Let me talk about just a minute about ventilators. Did anyone want to know about a little bit about ventilators? The only reason I say that is it comes up, and it's actually pretty easy. And it's just that most of the time you just hand off the patient the ICU guide and you leave, right? Which is fair. I mean, that's what you do. So ventilators, just think of it this way. More or less, you're only going to see two modes of ventilation. SIMV, right, or AC. There's others out there, but by and large, this is what you're doing, AC or SIMV. Okay? For both of those modes of ventilation, you can have pressure controlled or volume controlled. So think of a triangle, AC, SIMV, then two branches that go down off of that, and both of them say volume controlled or pressure controlled. Okay? When you go into the OR, in the ICU, don't write this down for a second, just think for a second. When you go in the ICU, and the respiratory therapist comes up to you and he goes, okay, doctor, what do you want? And you say you want a rate of 10, 500 cc's, pressure support of 5, 50%. What he's just interpreted is you want SIMV volume with pressure support. And the reason he knows that is, first of all, you gave a pressure support in addition, so he knows it's not AC. And since you gave him a volume versus a pressure, he knows you want SIMV volume. Okay? Now, if you came in and he asked you what do you want, and you want a PEEP of 5, delta P of 20, pressure support of 5. What did he interpret that to be? SIMV pressure. Because again, and he knows it's SIMV because you gave a pressure support to it, and you gave a delta, which is pressure versus volume. Okay. What is pressure support? Okay, let's look before. What's SIMV? What's AC?
Control doesn't look into the spontaneous breathing. It doesn't matter if you're breathing spontaneous or not.
Come again? I'm sorry.
SS control, it doesn't matter. The ventilator doesn't care if you spontaneously breathing or not. Just give you the.
What if the ventilator and you have AC ventilation? Your ventilator set at 8 and you breathe 12 times a minute. What's going to happen to those other 4 breaths? Spontaneous breathing? Will the ventilator do anything?
No.
Yes, it will. It will give you the full and complete breath that you've ordered. It will give you the full
control?
Assist control. It will trigger the vent and will give you the full complete breath you've ordered. SIMV won't.
It gives you 10 breaths a minute and you can breathe 20 breaths, 20 tiny ones in between.
SIMV. Right. What happens if you're at AC and you breathe 20 times a minute?
It gives you 20
full
breaths
breaths.
Tidal volume.
So just patient effort triggers a full breath with AC.
That's right.
But in SIMV, patient effort can just breathe whatever you want to breathe in
Right.
between.
Unless you have pressure support. What's pressure support?
Then you trigger it.
My best analogy for pressure support is this. You're at the gym. You're lifting weights. Someone sees you, you're about to lift the weight, and goes, oh, let me help you. That's what pressure support is. So if you have AC, every time you trigger a breath, above whatever the ventilator is supposed to give you, it's the full enchilada. SIMV, you have an SIMV rate of 10 and you breathe 12 times a minute. Those 2 extra breaths, you don't get the full enchilada. You get whatever pressure support you've ordered. So the ventilator says, oh, I see you're trying to lift one more breath beyond what we've ordered. Let me help you a little bit. That's pressure support.
Pressure support, the idea is just to give you a little help because of the resistance of
Overcoming resistance or overcome your own weakness. So that's what pressure support ventilation is.
Is there when you should use one or the other?
Let me get to that in a second. When people are weaning, sometimes you'll just leave them on CPAP ventilation or pressure support ventilation. There's no volume dialed in. It's not looking to give you any rate itself. It just says whenever you trigger a breath, I'm going to help you. That's pressure support ventilation. And so the whole thing is you're triggering the ventilator every time, and it just sees, okay, you know, Bill's trying to breathe, let me give him a little help here. The more pressure support, the bigger the breath you get. Make sense?
Mhm.